Hi y'all, welcome to my channel. So I'm finally done filming all classes video and I wanted to start some different content for this channel. I heard a lot of new and return player are looking for the best path or like the best classes in game. I mean, there is no such thing as the best class or best path right now since the meta always changes. And if you invest enough, every class is the best class. Cliche, right? So the only thing that exists is the right path that fits you the most. In this series, I will roughly go through each path for every character, and I will briefly explain the class from my own understanding. And hopefully will help you to pick the path you wanted to explore the most or fits you the most. Also, by the way, I started to play this game around like last year, August, but I think my point of view is closer to like most of the players, I think. So I will start from Eve, one of my favorite characters in game. She's one of the oldest characters from this game. In fact, she is the second character released from the game. She actually brings a whole different mechanic to the game, way back when there's no such thing as air dash. This game used to focus on PvP, her movement mechanic was kind of a game changing. Also, her visual design was very different from the rest. White hair, robotic theme, fierce face, and Azad robot queen. All these anime factors makes this character very unique. And she was one of the most popular character in game. She's the reason why I started to play this game as well. First path, Code Ultimate. So her first path went from Code Exotic, then Code Nemesis, then became Code Ultimate at her third job. Here are some highlight skills of her. CU is a burst damage DPS class. Her passive makes her CDR extremely low. Her skills damage might seem low, but with Queen's Throne, it can boost 20% extra damage. She did okay at clearing, but if compared to the other two, her range might be the shortest one, but due to her fast casting speed and extremely low cooldown, she actually don't have much issues for general dungeons, though you might need to bring more mana potion along with her. Since she doesn't really have strong mana regen or mana cost passive, you might need to max out mana or using EE to catch up with her big usage of mana. She has the best bossing damage out of all three, and also she got some skills buffing passive, which makes her a decent boss slayer. I mean, you can basically just spam junk break for bossing. So the only thing that you need to concern with CU is mana part, so keep that in mind. She doesn't really have much support abilities other than the Eve's basic aura and the atomic shields for raids. So in conclusion, I'll give her clearing 3 out of 5, bossing for 5. I think she did kind of bad on mana part. Support wise, I think around 2, which means she did okay for general dungeons, but is not good as the other supports. Second path of Eve is Code Essentia. So her first job is Code Architecture, then Code Empress at second, finally became Code Essentia at third. Here come the highlight skills.
소환을 해제합니다.
Personally, I think C is the most new player friendly out of all Eves. Her biggest features is her summons. The recent balance makes CE became a decent buffer in raids and general dungeons. The passive Rule Breaker makes her summon now have aura that gives 20% of skills damage, 20% of physical and magical defense, 20% damage reduction, and Queen's Authority gives the buff as well. She's now easily to get in raids as a support. Also, her summon passive give her great mana resources. Her mana regen is really good, can definitely catch up with her CDL passive with a big usage of mana. Her clearing is nice as well. She can wipe out the whole room with just 1 to 2 large range skills, but her casting speed is a bit slower if compared to the other two Eves. Her bossing damage is pretty stable, though requires you to use more V to bring all the summons around you for using Tesla Flare and Recall. Make sure to practice on your skill rotation. And also, she is a field class that has a useful hyperactive skill. She is an overall a new player friendly class, easily to get in raids party due to her buffing ability. So in conclusion, her clearing is around 4 out of 5, bossing is around 4 I think. She did really good on mana, so I give her around 4. Good damage buffer for raids, so she deserved that 4 stars. So finally, the third path, Code Sario, the Battle Angel. So Eve became Code Electra at first drop, Battle Seraph at second, then became Code Sario at third drop. Here comes all the laser beams. CS was very popular before KOG nerfed her damage to the ground. In fact, she was the most popular class on a period of time. Though her bossing damage is not good, her laser beam still did great at clearing. 80% of her skills are homing skills, but the damage descends from distance. You need to pay attention to that. So basically, you root every single dungeon before level 99. Makes her one of the easiest leveling class from 1 to 99. Her biggest features is to use special force field to amplify her damage. I personally just used Energetic Heart since I'm too lazy to manage different force fields. But I heard it makes quite a difference for large bossing. She is a mana hunger as well, but due to her passive, her mana resource is not bad as CU. Her bossing is a bit weak at the moment, though she's getting to passive buff real soon. So damage went from 6 to 10% and ignored events for 30% for 12 seconds. I hope she will back to at least CE level of bossing. Right now, if you want a DPS for raids, you need to invest 150% more from the other two Eves. Oh well, she's still the queen of clearing if you can fulfill the bar. So this is my personal rating for CS. So clearing is the best feel of her. I'll actually give her 6 out of 5 if your gears are decent. Her bossing is the weakest out of all 3. Her mana management is slightly better than CU. The basics Eve Aura is the only support ability she got. To be honest, all Eve now is a bit underpowered. She's not like Rose level of that, but it's still pretty weak in general. I mean, I haven't saw her on bots rating for top 20s inherent for ages. Well, at least her buffing is still really useful for raids. I still love Eve in general. Very well designed character with unique playstyle. I mean, you gotta love the N'Zoth Queen, right? Okay, so that's a wrap for today's episode. How do you like the series? Comment and let me know. Click like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see my upcoming video and all my classes dungeon runs. I will see you all again very soon.